Hey guys, and welcome to the newest episode of Modified Scrabble, where I'll be taking on Quackle in a game where anything is a valid play as long as it forms a valid word either forward or backward. So what I mean by that is take the word word, which is of course spelled W-O-R-D. That would be a valid play, as would D-R-O-W, because that is word backwards. So it's going to be somewhere between regular Scrabble and the variant Clabbers, which I've played before on my channel, where anything is a valid play as long as it anagrams to a valid word. So it should be very interesting. We're probably going to see a lot of rather bizarre looking plays and some higher scoring plays than we typically see in regular Scrabble, but let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, it looks like I am going to be first. I don't have any sevens here. I don't have a lot of fives either. I could play Rehab or Rehab backwards, which would be B-A-H-E-R. It keeps E-U, which is not particularly good. I think I'm better off playing Habu, H-A-B-U, just to keep a more balanced leave of E-E-R. So I guess I'll do that. I can also play Habu backwards, which is U-B-A-H. I think just for the sake of playing something that's not normally valid, I'll go ahead and do that over here. That does take a front S for Suba, or Habu's backwards, actually. That's one word that's another word backwards, which is kind of interesting. And, alright, I have now drawn Waterage, if that A stays open. But we'll see what Quackle has in mind here. Okay, Quackle has thankfully left the A open. It scores pretty well with Fuji's backwards, making once again Suba or Habu's backwards, a 5 that's actually good in this variant either way. So obviously I don't want to play Waterage here. I can also play Waterage backwards, which would be what? E-G-A-R-E-T-A-W. I need to be really careful not to accidentally transpose tiles when trying to do this. It would be pretty easy to do. So what I need to not do, right, also is play this, because that would allow Quackle to put an S in front of that and make Waterages backwards. So I think this is probably the play, although it creates two S hooks on either side, which both lead to double word scores, which is not great. I think, actually, no, I think I should just play Waterage here, because then at least the S hook is not dangerous on the right side. So, I don't know. I don't think it matters too much. I'll go ahead and just play over here. It is the regular word, so it's a little bit less exciting, but I do think it's a slightly better play positionally. And, alright, I here have drawn the Z, which is certainly not bad. I don't think I have any bingos as it currently stands. Do I have anything good through this F? Fez. I could play Fez backwards, I guess. But I could also play Doze backwards over here. That's not bad. That's almost 50 points. That seems pretty reasonable if it were to stay open. Doziest through this T as well as there. I could also play something with Suba, so I have options. Alright, Quackle bingos with Agenting for 86. And now I'm almost certainly going to want to play with Za over here. Probably Doze. Well, I can't play EG, though. Yeah, there's a bunch of two other words that are valid in this variant. Like OG would be valid. Oh, you know what I can do, though? I can do this. Right? Because that's Doze backwards and then Go backwards. And the other twos are valid. Yeah, that looks really solid. That's over 50 points. Keeps EIS, which is a fantastic leave. It does take a lot of hooks in front, right? Obviously, it takes in front anything that Doze takes. It also creates a pretty big X spot for Dex down the F column, which is a little scary, but it's a lot of points. I don't think I have all that much of a choice, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. 54 points, and alright, what do I have here? Oh, almost Epizoism through that Z, but not quite, unfortunately. If only I'd played it in a different spot. So Impose, not going to be a bingo, though. Yeah, there's probably not all that many 8s. I guess Optimize, actually, with the ISE spelling, if I get a T to work with, perhaps. Let's see, so Zap, I can probably play something here. Well, so OG takes an E for Ego. This takes an M, because Dem isn't good, but Med is good. Yeah, trying to figure out these 2s and 3s is really mind-bending, for sure, to say the least. I can also play, like, Poi over here. Also, OJ is good, I gotta remember that. So I could play Palm, actually. Alright, so the bot plays Paul, making Azo backwards. Okay. So I can play Logo. The problem is I can't put anything after OZA, because Azo doesn't take any front hooks. right? Like when the word is backwards, back hooks become what the regular word is in terms of front hooks. It's so confusing. But I could still play with dozes here if I can hook. Well, this would be a hook for lop, not Paul. So I'd have to put an E there most likely, an S. Like episome. I could play peso, but that's definitely not worth it to spend the S for. I'm not dying to play poem, which once again makes J-O backwards. It's a lot of points. I mean, it does keep 2 I's, though, which is the problem. 2 I's. How many points is that? 26? It's 43. That's a lot. Is there no way I can do something similar and get rid of an I? It's not worth it to do this. It's so many fewer points. It's like 20 fewer points. Like IPO, IMO. Neither of these are words. Piso, but I don't want to get rid of the S. So impose... What's impose backwards? It's, wait a minute, ESOPMI, right? Yeah, ESOPMI. Does that play anywhere? I guess it plays here, but definitely not doing that, putting an I right above the triple. That's extremely dangerous. There's also wateridges, but I don't think there's all that much to do there. Yeah, I think I'm going to just play poem. I don't really see anything better, and it is still a lot of points. So hopefully I don't draw another I, which I don't, but I do draw the Q. Now, at least IQ is also a word here in addition to QI, so that's going to help, as is, of course, SIQ. So I could always play dozes and SIQ. That's not a terrible play. I mean, now this does set up IQ on top, right? Because, of course, QI backwards is valid, but it's still almost 50 points. So that's a pretty good option for my next turn. Otherwise, I mean, I can also play it here. Like, I have multiple places, to play SIQ. I can also, of course, just play QIS here. So I'll be able to get rid of my Q, which is good. Unfortunately, I'll probably have to also get rid of my S, which is not ideal, but it's still a price that I'm willing to pay to get rid of my Q, because I really need to get rid of that. Oh, I also can play SIQ here. That might even be better than with dozes, not to give back that spot. Although I do have another I. Interesting. So just vie for 31 by Quackle here on the F column, making Dev and NI, which is not a 2, but is, of course, in backwards. I think I do like SIQ, because also Quackle just played another I. There's only 4 left. And I'm threatening, at the minimum, something like Tiny up there. It is fairly aggressive, but given I hold another I for IQ, I think it's reasonable. And yeah, you could make the argument after Vi, Quackle often has another I, but, I mean, it's certainly not guaranteed. It could only have had 1 I and have the pretty good 5-tile leave otherwise. So I think it's a considerable amount more points than playing with Subas. It's still 5 more points, or 4 more points, but I mean, it does set up a good play for me next turn. I think it's fine to be aggressive here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just hope I'm not missing anything. I do have, oh no, see, I keep getting confused. Like, I thought I could put a Y here, but that would only be good in clabbers, right? Because it's not Joy backwards. That would be YOJ. So I can't put a Y there. I can put a Y here, which could maybe be useful for me on a later turn. Like, I could play Tiny there because that's... No, I can't. Dang it. Yeah, I keep thinking I can do that, but I can't because that's not pin or knit backwards. But I at least do set up Tiny on the top row, so I think this is still fine. Outlying. Oh, that actually works. So I can play outlying here. Let me just get this right. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. That is a word. I can do that. Or, well, no, I can't play it from this G because that would make HN, which is not valid. That would be pretty cool, though. A bingo that only plays in this variant. Really hoping it stays open, but we will see. Come on. Dang it! That's very frustrating. So Quackle bingos with folkies backwards, making wateridges. And yeah, now I don't have all that much, unfortunately. Because I don't have any bingos now that outlying doesn't play. I guess I can still play on top. With what, though? Linty keeping OU is pretty ugly. I guess I could play Unify backwards here. That's not bad. That's 38. Keeps LOT, which isn't a terrible leave. Yeah, it's not too bad. I do get rid of my I for the top, which is a little bit unfortunate. I just don't know what I can really do there. Like, I really want to get rid of the U as well. Unity. Oh, wait, what's Unity backwards? It's YTINU. That's not going to fit. Yeah, I think probably Unify is reasonable here. I just don't know how I can score nearly that many points otherwise. Whoops, not that way. This way. I keep almost messing up. I gotta be very careful. And yeah, Folkies takes a T for folkiest, but it would only go in front of the S, not under the F. So I can't really do anything there. Yeah, let's do this. Wow, that looks very similar to what I had before. Not a great rack at all. Bunch of one-pointers that just don't really do all that much. Outliner if I happen to get an E to work with. I'm actually only down 15. I'm not down a ton, but Quackle certainly has potential to score a lot here, and does with XA, so axe backwards and Ka backwards for 56, retaking a nearly 70-point lead, or actually more than a 70-point lead, a 71-point lead. So not looking good here, guys, but I can at least get rid of some tiles on top, hopefully. Love to get rid of that U once again. Maybe Turion, Rutin. I can play Rutin backwards, so that was, what is that? That's Nitur. Yeah, because that also makes in backwards. It keeps OL. It scores 28 points. That's not horrible. Turion won't work backwards, I don't think, because that makes OQ, which is not a word. Anything forward that I can do there? Not really. Again, I really don't want to play line. I don't want to keep this U if I can help it, because I'm feeling like I need to bingo. And the U is certainly not going to help me do that. I feel like Rutin looks pretty solid here. I also have Azon, too. But I don't have anything that hooks log in front. Because GOL, I'd need a D for gold or something. So it's not a terrible option. But I think I'm going to just go ahead and stick to Rutin over here. Score some points. Hopefully I get a good draw next turn. I do. I do get a very good draw. I have Oceller as well as Corella. Corella plays on the bottom for probably about 90 points. Just standard play here, making 2 words valid in normal Scrabble. That's 91. Worst case, I can still bingo with Oceller here because RO is OR backwards. And dang it, Quackle does bingo with Tanners, scoring a lot. But at least I can stay in the game for now because this is 91. That'll get me to within 24. And do I have something here? It feels like I should. Stateable, tasteable, a Bettles. Does any of that fit? I don't think so. Right? I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Because, yeah, I don't think Agentings is good. Right, so stateable there. Well, also, that would make XAB. Yeah, that's also the problem. If I play, like, a Bettles, that would make AAX. Yeah, no, I don't think this is going to work. If I do it backwards, so, like, stateable backwards is, yeah, ELB. No, the L is too early in the word. A Bettles, yeah, the L is just too late in the word in all of those cases, unfortunately, so it's just not going to fit. And, wait, no, I don't think Bateaus is good, right? Because Bateau is good like this, but I don't think it takes an S. I think it only takes an X, unfortunately. So I don't think, unfortunately, I have a playable bingo here, which is really a shame. So what do I want to do? I might need to have the last S, so I think I might have to do this. I mean, I'm down 73. I certainly am going to have to bingo here. So that sets up tabs. Does it set up anything else? Not really, because bat doesn't take a front hook. It's certainly blockable. But I need to do something like that if I'm going to have a chance. I could also try to open on the left, right? But that's too easily blockable. Ape has too many front hooks, and like a B takes a front I and an O and an E in this game. So that's just too easy to block. Yeah, tough turn. Very tough turn. I could also play something like Battle. Maybe this is better, actually. Because this forks the board. It sets up 2 lines. It sets up a line on the 13th row under the B, as well as the M column hooking Battles. Or Battled or Battler, potentially. So this could be interesting. Just to try to create more space. Because with tab, it scores fewer points for one. And also, it's just not that hard to block with an underlap, right? Like, if Quackle just plays a 3 under here, it's not easy for me to bingo on that board after. I do feel like I need to try to create 2 spots. And while the lead is better after tab, I still have several E's to draw. Like, I have some chances after this. It's more points. I feel like this is a better play at this point in the game. Just, again, to ensure that there's multiple places for me to bingo. And I could still maybe try to do a play like tab next turn. So I believe this is better. I wouldn't mind keeping one of those T's. Is there anything else I can do? I don't think so. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's go ahead and do that. Varsity. Wow, varsity and bye. That's going to play for a lot. Please stay open. Please stay open. If that doesn't stay open, I got nothing. Because varsity won't play with battle hooks, since I would need to hook battle with an R or an S. Oh man, please don't. It's probably going to block it, unfortunately, but man, I really want that to stay open. Dang it. Yeah. Shoot. Well, I tried. I certainly tried. Maybe, what if I can draw an E? Is there anything I can get? That is really, really unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't put anything in front of water edges, right? Like, I can't play varsity over here. There's nothing that goes in front of unify. So what if if I try to fish off a Y and draw Veritas? So I'd have Veritas or Vastator with Battler, but it can probably be blocked. Maybe if I can draw something through this N? Problem is I can only play one tile, because there's only one in the bag. If I could play two tiles and I could play off VY, I'd probably have some more chances. Problem is, there's just no 8s if I fish off either the V or the Y with an N here, even if I draw an E. I don't think drawing an O or an A is variant. No, it's not going to fit. Viators, Travois, Virtuosa. It doesn't fit either forwards or backwards. Interesting. I feel like there's got to be something here, but how do I get something that Quackle can't block? There's nothing I have that goes after. I mean, this doesn't help us. Even if I draw variety, I could try to draw variety, but that doesn't play with battle either. I have to get something that's going to play in two spots. And this doesn't work, because it almost looks like a glove backwards, but it's not. It would be GOLVE. What if I... Yeah, I mean, this isn't going to work. Because if I redraw an A for varsity on the left, he can just block. And it's still not going down. I don't know, guys. I'm not really sure that there's a way I can win this. I don't know how to draw bingo in two spots here by force, which is too bad. It feels like there's got to be a way. But I'm just not seeing it, because again, I can only play off one tile. There's one in the bag. If I play off two tiles, I can't bingo. I'm down 70. I'm not winning without bingoing. And if I draw something with battles or battler, he just blocks. He's going to know exactly what I have. Vergates isn't going to play through this G. Will Vergates backwards? Almost. Hold on, wait. Vergates backwards is SETAGRIV. Oh man, if AV were good, that would play. So close. Wow. That's actually really close. Dang it. Huh. I can't go for assertive either from this AS, because I need to play off two tiles. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think, unfortunately, I'm lost. Against the human, I would still fish off the Y to try to go for spread, but against Quackle, I don't really think that's gonna work, because Quackle's gonna obviously just block every single time. So, all right, let's just try to cut some damage here, I guess, and go out in 2. If I have anything through this N, like I need to hook battler or battles. Not too much, I don't think. Anything on the bottom? Not really, because I don't have anything I can put the Y or the V below. Viney is not a particularly good play. Anywhere for Ivy? I don't know. I feel like I've spent so much energy trying to figure out any way to steal this game, which is probably, unfortunately, simply not there. Can I play Tivy or Fairy or something like that. I don't know. I guess I can just play Tivy over here. I give back Hade, though. I don't want to do that. Yeah, there's not a lot of good options here now since I can't bingo. So let's. I don't know. Why don't I play Ivy here? Actually, it's not. It doesn't really give back all that much, and I should be able to go out next turn. Yeah, I mean, I drew an E. I figured I would. Wow, head end. That's a nice play by Quackle. And yeah, like I said, if I fished off a Y, I was still just gonna lose. So, alright, now I need to figure out my best out, which is probably just Terrais or something through this I would imagine. I don't think I'm going to have anything better. So, yeah, let's just do that. And then, yeah, good game. Final score, 458, 522. I was really close. If only Quackle didn't block Varsity on that one turn, I probably would have won the game, because that would have been over 90 points. But still, really, really fun game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm curious to just go through quickly and see what sort of stuff I missed. Yeah, so Habu here, not really any better plays. Once again, it's really between Habu or its backwards variant UBAH. I don't think Rehab is worth it by any means. Then Wateridge, yeah, again, there's Wateridge or Egaritol, which is Wateridge backwards. Happens to be phonetically acceptable, so I will try to pronounce it. But I think where I played Wateridge is reasonable. Let's see, with this play, yeah, that looks pretty good. There's several 40-plus point plays there with the Z. I could play Size backwards, but that looks pretty solid. How about this play? I really wasn't sure here. No, there's not much else. Yeah, Impose backwards, I saw this, but obviously don't want to put an I there. Oh, Agentings is good? Oh boy, that means I missed, didn't I miss something later then? No, I don't think I did, because I still don't think anything would have played with the battle turn. But we'll get to that. Wow, I did not know Agentings was good. Oh boy. Well, that might change things later, but in any case, I think Poem is still fine. Vi, so Vilifies or Vilified doesn't play. Yeah, because I could have played with Agentings here, but this still looks fine. Setting up the I. And then, yeah, Quackle bingos with Folkies. Unify looked pretty good here. Okay, so I could have played Notify, but no good reason to do that. It's only 2 more points, and it puts an N in the middle of the triple line, also keeps my U. Unify looks clearly best. So yeah, other than being unsure of Agentings, or really thinking it wasn't good, it hasn't cost me so far, but I'm playing pretty well. Here, anything I missed? Ah, okay, that's a little better. So that's Unlit backwards, or Until backwards. Either one of those are slightly better just because the R is a preferable tile to the L. Now, there are 4 R's unseen compared to only 1 L, so I could make the argument that because of that, maybe I should keep the L. But OR is just a much better leave in general, so I think this is a small mistake here. I unfortunately didn't generate Until or Unlit backwards as options, but that would have been a little bit better. Quackle gets down tanners. Thankfully, I stay in the game with Corella. Okay, yeah, I could have done this too, Oceller backwards, but clearly better to take the 6 extra points. And then, yeah, here. So did I miss anything? I don't think so, because Stateable still doesn't play, because XAB is not valid, right? Because Bax isn't good. So I think that's fine. Oh, I didn't even think about playing there, I'll be honest. Yeah, IB. Just completely did not register IB, which is one of the hardest parts of this game, I think. The 2s. Just, I mean, you're so... Like, the 2s are just so deeply ingrained at this point for me. Like, I just don't even think about IB. But yeah, that would have been a, well, maybe a better play. I mean, again, Battle does still do a nice job at forking the board. And again, what I mean by forking the board is creating multiple threats. So I have bingo threats on row 13 as well as bingo threats on column M. And given I'm down 73, which is a score or a deficit where it's like, if I don't bingo, I'm not winning. So Quackle's going to do everything it can to block my bingo threats. And I felt like if I don't open another line, there's just very few places to bingo. Again, I can't hook an S onto SIJUF. It's already Fuji's backwards. This is not playable. And there's a couple lines. Well, I guess, you know what? If I knew Agentings were good, I guess I'll say that much. If I knew Agentings were good, which I didn't, then I probably would have played something on like Beta holding the S for possible row 12 bingo. I will admit that. So here is maybe where Agentings cost me a little bit because it forced me to make a play I didn't maybe need to, since I had a lane I wasn't aware of. But I still don't think Battle is a terrible play. And it almost worked out. If Quackle didn't play Micro, then I was going to play Varsity right there with Bai for a lot of points. And yeah, here, I think I just lose, right? I mean, I'll ask Champ and see if it can come up with anything that wins even 1 out of 8. But like I said, guys, the problem is, if I empty the bag, I just lose, right? Or if I empty the bag playing more than 1 tile because I can't bingo. And I think if I play off 1 tile, there's no way for me to get something that plays in 2 spots. I just don't think it's possible. But let's see. Yeah, no, Quackle doesn't come up with it either, right? If I do this, I would have drawn an E, but I would have had Veritas or Vastier as threats on the M column looking battle, but obviously very easy for Quackle to just block that. Playing like Done and Battled or something, and I'm out of places to bingo and I just lose. So nothing to be done here. And then, yeah, nice play of head end by Quackle. And, oh, wow, that's a very cool out. Making ES backwards and then Folkiest backwards. I didn't see it. Certainly would not have won me the game. Stare as well here is also 1 more point. I could have also played Arist as well as Artsy. Arist backwards, I should say. But either way, this game, I think, was probably not... Well, I shouldn't say it probably wasn't mine to win. If I knew Agentings, I could have maybe strategized differently and gave myself some better chances. But overall, certainly other than that, I'm quite happy with how I played this game. No major misses or huge gaffes from not seeing simple plays in this variant. Definitely those twos, like I said, missing IB on that turn is probably the hardest part of adjusting to this game. But it was really, really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, definitely if you have any similar ideas like this for modifying the dictionary in a way that adds some more words in a kind of mind-boggling fashion that really makes you think out of the box, certainly eager to do more of these and very excited to see what you guys come up with. So as always, really appreciate all the support, and please keep the suggestions coming, and I will see you all soon for the next one. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.